and I just took off my broke ass glasses. You see this shit?
Oh, I wonder what that's from.
I don't know if you can see this goose egg.
Oh, no, I really can't. Maybe a lead. I don't know. It's just because of the lights, you know.
It's cool, man. It's cool because I was smart. I took a whooping, and then when my man was worn out, I showed him what the fuck's up, dude. I just got cornered. I was trying to talk my way out of it the whole time. I'm like, nah, hey, man, come on. You know I don't want to do this.
Did you know
I was
this
in
guy?
his house.
Oh, you were in his house.
I was in his house. It's my cousin, dude. These people are crazy up in these parts, dude. It's Redneckville.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They just, I got charged the other night with ain't from around here.
you got charged with ain't from around here, yeah. Now,
you know what I'm saying?
Now, was it a black guy you got in a scuffle with the other night?
No, I wish I could say the N-word on it like that.
Yeah. But
yeah, 1 second, man. Let me
Okay.
find my nicotine, and I'll be right back. Yeah. All right, man. There he goes. There he goes.
All right. So
Yeah, I got some magic fucking.
oh, kick ass! I can smell that from here, huh?
Oh yeah, brother.
Yeah, it's badass, huh? Hey, but
Essentials.
of course, and you know what? Of course, I'm doing. Looking all around. Oh, we'll find out, huh? Looking for that old James Rink, huh? Oh shit! Who's that? Oh, hey, it's Adam Subtractum. Adam, what's up,
What's
brother?
Hey, what's happening, my man?
It's Bobby Bang Bang. What's going
Good
on,
to
Bobby
see you,
Bang
man.
Bang?
Bobby Bang Bang in the house. Got
Good
my
to
man
see you,
Ayin
huh?
Thropos.
Oh yeah. Hey, what is that, man? What is that you're burning there?
Burning some sage for the cleansing, man. Keep the astral larva out, you know.
Yeah, I heard it does that. That's kick ass.
Yeah, man. Yeah, about that. So I got a message from old David Griffin.
Huh.
Our man of the Golden Dawn, you know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
International
wow.
head of the Golden Dawn.
Oh my God, he got back with you or what? Again?
Well, he got at me about a week ago looking for assistance because apparently there's a massive flood of creepers, astral creepers coming through the Mojave portal that Parsons and Hubbard opened up.
Wow. I always thought
So
something
they need mages. How's that?
I said I was always, worried about, what might happen with all that, the Babylon working ritual and all that stuff.
Yeah, apparently it's opened some gates, man. I mean, I'm not the most esteemed astral traveler, but yeah, there's shit coming through.
Well, let's just recap, and I don't want to say too much about it, but it sounds, from the reports I'm getting, you yourself have been in had a couple of violent confrontations just in the last couple week or so.
Yeah.
And then, we hear people on our little private group of, some of them are kind of breaking down and having some problems. And to tell you the truth, even though everything looks real rosy with me and I'm reporting all this good stuff, man, something terrible and devastating has happened in my world that I haven't even told anybody about just because it's so bad.
I'm sorry to hear that, my brother.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, if you want to talk to me off record sometime, like I'm here for you.
All right, I appreciate that.
I love you, Ayin. Yeah, you're my man. Yeah.
But so what happened? Yes, was it yesterday or today? Somebody tried to charge you up or what?
Wow,
is that something
man,
we don't want to talk about?
Getting into this for publication's sake.
Yeah. Yeah, just don't say very much, because.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, no, I went out. I'm in a small town in the Midwest, and people don't take kindly to my kind around here. And I mean, I was pretty cool. I'm pretty well mannered, and I've seen all their. I mean, yeah, I'm no stranger to anything strange, man. So essentially, a big redneck wanted to whoop my ass, and he did.
You don't look that bad.
No, I'm still pretty, man. No, he didn't. He didn't.
Unless those shades are hiding some black eyes or something.
I got some of this. I got some road rash.
Oh my god, dang.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm not phased, dude. And and
you don't have black eyes
the worst
right
part. Oh no, man.
Okay, all right. We just had to get some proof on that.
Yeah, the worst part of it was that I was arrested and charged with ain't from around here.
Oh, that's a capital punishment around those parts, isn't it, huh?
You know what I'm saying? I go to court with that, and it's like I could be living man, fucking abandon the straw man, and I don't need but no, it don't do me any good. I just go to court and say, hey, I ain't from around here. I wasn't trying to fight. That's all, really. And then that was 2 days ago, and then this very morning, a person who's a second cousin to me, the same person. See, I don't go to bars really much, man, especially around around here. Yeah, I went to check on my cousin because I knew he'd been hanging one on really hard, and so I went to take him some food and distilled water, trying to help him, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And my man just tripped down on me. If you see my cell phone, if you call my cell phone, you get this voicemail that's thank you for calling the mental health hotline. And it's pretty comical, man. Yeah, I love that shirt, and
hey, thank you.
So my dude was thinking that that my voicemail was direct to him. He was like,
mock him. He took it personal, huh?
Yeah, he's got this. He's schizo, man. He's got some drug induced psychosis, and he's a little schizophrenic.
Oh man.
So he was thinking that I was the enemy and all this shit, and he's a big dude, and chased me into a corner, and then I pretty much, I mean, it was all good, dude. I mean, I got a lot of blows. I got a goose egg here and a couple on my head, but I basically blocked until I could see he was tiring out, and then I punished that bitch.
Yeah, that's good, huh?
I hope he watches this too, man. It's cool. I'll send it to him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will. So, I mean, it didn't cost him anything, did it? Did he get a black eye or anything? He didn't, nothing came out of his head or nothing, did it?
I didn't stick around to see, man. I was just trying to get out of this faggot's house.
I bet you, yeah. Hell yeah, you got out of there. That's good, because you never know. He might have just been about
I was going, see, he started talking real crazy shit, started breaking everything in his house, and, yeah, I mean, without going into too much detail, just he's got some psychosis. Yeah. And he thinks things that aren't really happening. And
sounds like he needs to lay off the dope or something.
My man can't drink. My man should not drink. It's like pouring gas on a fire, man.
Oh man.
You know, you take some psychosis like that, and you drink, and it's over.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
well, I don't ever want to meet this guy. That's for sure.
It's yeah.
He's not very fun at parties, is he?
Shit, man.
He's the guy,
How have you been, man? So tell me what's going on with you.
Well, I had a meeting here last night with my attorney who's on the board of directors of my corporation, and we had a meeting with Kimber Reed, who is a former Playboy cover model, and she has answered our call to be the host of Girling West, which is one of my websites. I've got a Facebook page associated with it. We're going to try to get off into the big bad world of selling products in the health and beauty industry.
Amen.
You know.
I got some insight on that too, man.
Oh, well,
but
I want to hear about it. Yeah, well, come find out the health and beauty industry is actually the biggest industry in the world. It's bigger than the power industry. It's bigger than weapons and all that, and oil and big pharma and all that shit. It's fucking huge, and I mean, when's the last time you dated a woman that didn't wear makeup? You know what I mean?
And well, I try not to. I ain't about that shit, man. Yeah. I like a hairy girl that'll drop her pants and piss if she has to piss wherever you are.
There you go.
Well, I've been living in the woods for a few years, so
right. Well, so
maybe that's different.
I'll tell you, I won't expect too many sales from your address. All right. Oh man.
Hey, I make my own toothpaste, my own hair products and shit like that. My bath stuff.
Well, they're so. Do you do that to get away from toxins or poisons?
Yeah, I don't want to put. Why would I want to put some Illuminati? They're putting infant fetuses in the Pepsi Cola, and fucking natural flavors in your craft products, Nestle products. Why the fuck would I want to bathe in some garbage? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Who knows what they're putting in what? Yeah, I don't fuck with that, dude. I'll either shower with straight water and smell like a hippie, or I can fucking I can make my own fucking oil-based products, with natural stuff, some bay leaves and patchouli or whatever,
Cool. Hey, I just got some
these rednecks around here, they say that patchouli smells like dirt. They're like, man, you smell like dirt. God made dirt, motherfucker. Dirt
really?
Whoop your ass.
Yeah, that shit they're wearing probably smells like goddamn petroleum or something. Or something smells like a French whore, I bet.
Shit, man, talk about a French whore. Like, you smell these perfumes on people. It's gross as hell. Like, dude, I'm not about to have relations with a chick that's all made up and smells.
Yeah, well,
smells like she's been bathing in some Illuminati garbage.
Exactly.
Are you kidding me?
Man, you want to talk about this sick shit about them putting babies in Pepsi and stuff like that. I'm not gonna call her my ex-old lady because we were never. She was really never my girlfriend. I guess you'd call her besties. You've heard me complain about this person before, and
okay.
It's only because I really love her on some level. But she's
be going through stuff.
Yeah, she's a 26-year veteran of the Hollywood film industry. And I can't give away any of the films you've definitely seen, even if you've been living in the woods for a long time. But too many people know her. I can't really name any of these films, but she is just amazingly beautiful. But she's into all these beauty products and stuff, and she had these masks, like they do these clay masks or whatever. Well, this is some kind of beauty mask that she had that cost $100 because it was made out of She didn't know this. I had to point this out to her. It was made.
Brother, your mic cut out. It was made out of what?
Okay, can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Okay, it was. Yeah, it didn't cut out. I couldn't say it. It's so gross and disgusting.
Oh.
It's made out of fetuses, baby fetuses, or something like that. In other words, what's this stuff that they give people that? I can't believe I can't remember this, but it's like rejuvenates them or whatever. It comes out. It's stem cells. Stem cells.
To do with stem cells.
Yes.
Right.
Now, do you know where they get stem cells from?
Yeah.
From abortions.
Yeah.
And so
now I'll tell you something.
She has a mask that it's just one time. You just put it on one time. $100. Well, no wonder it's cost $100. It's made out of people. You know.
Yeah, man.
That reminds
Because
you of Bathory. You know, from the bathing in the blood.
Yeah,
and
Elizabeth
shit.
Bathory. Yeah, brother.
Can you believe that shit?
Dude, I can believe it because that's like commonplace. That's the way shit's going down in the beast system. Am I falling down a frame? Sorry, my headphones are tugging on the.
No, it's just
all right.
It's just right.
Yeah. So about Elizabeth Bathory and about all this stuff. It's like. Okay, HEK 293. Folks, if you're watching this, write this down. HEK 293. Go ahead and Google that. It's a cloned human fetus enzyme that they get from aborted human fetuses, which is so cannibalism. This shit it's constituted by the FDA as natural flavoring. This is a natural flavoring agent that's in all your Cheetos and your Pepsi products and your get that, Ayin. It's in all this shit, man. It's if you're eating foods that come in a package and they say natural flavors, there's a pretty good chance you're eating, because these are fucking food industry giants that are selling this stuff. There's a good chance you're eating human fetus. So if you check out some of my music videos, you'll see that. Okay. I mentioned HEK 293.
Did I spell it right?
And that stuff is in your food.
Did you see it there?
Yes, sir. That's it. That's the one.
Okay.
I think it's cute too that it's got a 9.3 in it. I don't know if that has anything to do with. I don't know.
Well, I was going to bring that up, but first of all, before we even say that, because I'm very careful what I say about that. But 93. When people they have these special numbers, like maybe your birthday comes up in receipts all the time, or like 11's a big one. People see 11 or 111, or you look at the clock and it's 111 in the afternoon. The idea of this numerology and these numbers coming upon you. Well, 93 is a very fascinating number, especially
love and will.
Exactly. Breaking down into the Greek, and these Thelemites, these people such as myself, who follow the religion of Aleister Crowley, that refer to one another as 93. Say, hey, 93, and so, but you see some other interesting parallels with this, number 93. There was two of them I was thinking of today, and, one of them is, do you know how far away the sun is?
Yeah, 93 million miles.
93 million miles away. Yeah,
that's a big joke, man. And I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh no, I don't. I'm not saying I believe that.
Hey, man.
Yeah. If I told you how far away that I really think the sun is, they'd probably lock me up. I don't. So I'm not going to say that. But let me just say I think it's a lot closer than 93 million miles, and I'm not even sure what it is. But there are other numbers.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
But it's good for us, but all of a sudden it's turned white.
Well, yeah. Well, the whole sky has changed colors because if you remember when we were growing up, the sky used to be blue.
Yeah, the sun was orange, the sky was blue.
Yeah, and now it's like everything is just gray, But
wild.
Now there's another. When we think of 93,
they make there's sun simulators too. Not to cut you off, there's sun simulators, and I can turn you on to all that. Anybody who's interested, carry on.
There's people that put up YouTube videos of two suns and also videos of two moons. And I think that these people who film these are in various parts of the world where they maybe are intersected by two moons. In other words, it's the idea that to get the world that we're living in, it takes more than one sun and more than one moon. But it just so happens some people are in some weird, awkward places where they just get a little bit more than we do, as in more than one sun and more than one moon.
I like that. I like that perspective. That's a possibility for sure.
I know it, man.
That's
And
a
I mean,
possibility
and
for
it is,
sure,
it's
man.
something to sit there and talk about. But when you see the goddamn videos on YouTube, you're going like, what the fuck? You know, and these,
Well,
you
you know
know,
what Robert Anton Wilson spoke about, and this has everything to do with the number 23. You know about the 23 phenomenon.
no, tell me.
They even made a movie about it with Jim Carrey, who is rumored to be a high priest, but I don't think there's
I
much
would
to
believe,
that.
I would believe that, or at least on
I
some
think
level.
he is a guru. He's a guru to the people, man. And here's the funny thing is he talks all this. He talks like Eckhart Tolle about how we're all just. He talks some beautiful stuff. I don't have any trash to talk about Jim Carrey.
I
but
don't either. You know, I've seen some of these videos where they're saying, "Oh, he's Illuminati" and all this stuff, and he gives these reporters, the people interviewing him, a hard time. I mean, that can be a career maker.
he tells them what's up.
Yeah, he does. He's like,
He
"You
tells
don't
them what's up
exist,"
in real terms.
and
But at
they
the
can't
same
take it.
time, he spends months painting really polarized things like Trump's sons being impaled by an elephant. Respect. I mean, I dig that. Okay, yeah, trophy hunters, people who just go to Africa because they got fucking tens of thousands of dollars to spend on killing beautiful animals. Like, fuck those niggers. But pardon my French, if you might have to cut that out on my.
I don't give a
Anyway,
fuck about
whatever.
That. No, I don't
So
care about that.
I don't care. Don't cut it out, dude.
No, I'm not going to.
I don't care. Come
Yeah.
at me.
Yeah, no.
So, I mean, yeah, he spends months painting anti-Trump stuff, which is,
Wow.
and I'm not pro-Trump. I understand. If anybody watched my last thing, you might think I'm pro-Trump. No, man, I'm fucking anarchist all the way, dude. I'm not about this stuff. But I see how people get polarized, and I had been impressed a little by some of the things that the Trump did that may have pulled us a little further away from that deep state connect. You know what I mean?
Not really.
I'm
because
not
I don't follow
I'm
it.
not sad about it.
I wish I knew more about it, but I don't own a TV. And
Amen.
So,
And neither do I, but I pay attention to legislation because we're all impacted by it to some degree.
I mean, I'm not bragging by any means. I should know more about it, but I kind of separate myself from it more than maybe more than I should. But my take on it is this: there's people that really like Trump, and there's people that really despise him. But I hear all these kind of crazy stuff, and I hadn't seen any of these, like him say any of these things like immigrants are animals or something like that. But and I'm not saying that, and I believe that he said it, and I haven't heard him say it, but I believe that.
Well, sure, no, of course, yeah.
But you're right, because how else could they report that? If it was just a total lie. But here's what I'm saying. Here's what doesn't make sense. Is people, they get so mad at Trump and they say, "Oh, they just can't believe what he's done." Listen, one man can't do all that. One man can't even. I don't care how smart you are. He can't even think up all that shit. It takes a team of people round the clock concocting the next crazy thing that he's going to say.
Yeah, not even a team. Like, these are focus groups. Fucking, round the clock, like you said.
A group of geniuses. I mean, people like that are on your level and my level. A whole group of them, 15 or 20 of them, working together, fighting against each other to come up with the next crazy shit that he's going to say. And all the weird shit. I mean, because one person is not capable of that. I'm sorry. They're just not.
Yeah. No, there's no unauditioned garbage coming out of his mouth. Dude.
Yeah, it's straight.
And anything that passes also has to do with a whole group of people who are like, yeah, bro. This is a polarization thing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You got to look at the hermetic principles on this thing. You know what I mean? There's the law of polarity. This is one thing I really. It's an exercise for all of us, dude. And if you want to be a healthy, functioning individual, then you learn to not be polarized by different views. You learn to not let your emotions and your emotional state be affected whatsoever by anything you may hear, by anything anybody's purporting. Like, screw all that garbage, man. Who cares? I mean, who's creating your reality? Are you creating your reality, or are you letting everybody else do it for you?
Exactly.
We're all magicians, my brother. We're all magicians,
That's right.
man. And nobody has. I got my ass beat over the weekend, so maybe I have some conflicts I need to work out, like inwardly. You know what I mean? I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not going after anybody. I don't call cops. I don't press charges. It's not how things work in this fucking matrix. I mean, maybe it is in the Matrix, but that's all pretend. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I don't have anything to contribute to that. So yeah, maybe I'm not so pleased. I'm sore. I still live in a 3D body. Like, I still experience the bruises and you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, that's not what it's all about, and that's not what I'm all about. So
Yeah.
there's that.
You know, we were just talking about the government and how all of this stuff is just like a big, like play or something like that. And one thing that drives that home for me, and I don't know how the government works these days. I don't think that none of us really do. And I'm not even saying that I know how the government worked 70 years ago. But I can tell you what, I can tell you a couple things about the government 70 years ago, and that is the title of my book. My family created the national security state. I mean, one guy, he created, he didn't, I mean, obviously he didn't create the NSA, CIA, FBI, and all that shit by himself, but he signed the check for it. You know what I mean? And we're just not, when we were brought up in grade school and stuff, we were taught that, there's a House of Representatives and all these bills got to go up for votes and all that shit. And that stuff's true. But the thing is, there's committees that control all the money and shit, and these committees have chairmen, and everybody does what the fucking chairman says. And so, yeah, they could conceivably take his power away, but they never did for over 40 years. And I mean, so it's basically one person who most people have never heard of, and who's the president maker. He as much as decide who the next president's going to be, it's just baffling. And I'm not even saying that my great uncle George Mahon was the shot caller, but he's obviously somebody who was answering directly to the shot callers, and then all the politicians,
he was in the same think tanks and all that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just baffling.
Was he CFR, or was that pre-CFR days?
I really don't know, and I need to find that out, because it wouldn't surprise me at all if he created the CFR. I mean, it's just sickening.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't say sickening. It's just freaky, because all of these things came about pretty much in 1947. Operation Paperclip, Roswell. The naming of the flying saucers, the coining of the term. Okay, the National Security Act of 1947. So FBI,
which incidentally is the year after or 2 years after. No, 47. Look into this. I'll be off if I try and quote something. But the Babylon working that Jack Parsons and L. Ron Hubbard.
Oh no, I know when that
Desert.
was. You want to know what year that was?
Tell me. 47.
Of course.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
dude, it's like, I mean, that's the weird.
All the UFO stuff came right after that. They opened a portal. Is what happened.
Yeah.
That's what my boys in the Golden Dawn are telling me, man.
I mean,
it's crazy.
Kenneth Arnold and all that shit. Kenneth Arnold named them flying saucers, and all that shit. And then I think even 47. I don't know if 47's the year they put him down, but Wilhelm Reich, depending on how you want to call him.
Yeah, Oregon.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
that dude's my motherfucker.
Oh, me too, man.
I like him.
Did you notice some of the stuff in my latest when I put out my song that I have a bunch of Wilhelm Reich shit in there, the imagery in the background?
No, I didn't catch it, man. I didn't. Maybe I was sleeping on it.
Well,
my bad, Ayin.
Well, man, so let me tell you, the song's like about 6 minutes long, and it's like about.
It's sexy. It's a sexy song, dude.
Hey,
I'm
man,
loving
thank
it.
You. Man, I'm glad you like it, brother.
I appreciate it. From musician to musician. Like, well done, man. You got your sounds happening well. Like, yeah.
So anyway, I'm just on Google right here, and I just on my little phone here, and I've got over there on images, and what I typed in was George Mahon and Werner von Braun. You know who Werner von Braun is, right?
I do, of course. Oh, that's your uncle with
Warner,
wow.
yes, and also Gerald Ford.
I see that. I see that.
You see,
Wow, tripping,
and
man.
that other guy is the guy who is in charge of.
Which one's your uncle? Which one's your uncle?
Okay, when you're looking at it, he's the third from the left. He's the tallest dude there, the third from the left.
Okay.
Third from the left, second from
Got
the right.
you.
He's in the middle, yeah.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Wow,
that's happening, man.
Yeah,
that's happening.
It's
you know about my dad, of course.
Oh yeah, he. No, I don't know about your dad. I don't think you do either. Because let me tell you, we never have figured out what kind of job. We know what kind of job he had. We just never could really figure out who he was working for, or whatever.
No.
Or he didn't want to tell.
No, you can't. You can't figure out who he's working for.
Yeah.
And he's still alive. So there's limited information I'll go into on that. But he worked ground control during the Challenger psyop. No astronauts were killed in the making of this movie.
I know that's right. Yeah, Christian McAuliffe is still teaching school, for Christ's sakes.
Yes, sir.
And her name, they changed her last name, but her name is still Christine. And dude, I cried.
Yeah.
I was in a subway when that happened, and I saw it happen, and I cried.
We were moved, man, as a nation. It was a big trauma, mind control thing.
Yeah, it was. They really got us on that one, didn't they?
Yeah, man.
It's just like that Congresswoman, Kathy Gifford. She got shot 9 times in the head at point blank range, but now she's just like going around like a supermodel. It's like, wow, what a recovery!
Yeah.
They didn't even change her identity,
Yeah.
And you know who her husband is, don't you?
I don't know a whole lot about her.
Her husband is an astronaut, one of the most famous astronauts. Up there.
Oh goodness.
Outer space, right? And
astronaut means astronaut.
Yeah.
Never been.
Yeah.
Ain't happening.
Right.
You can't go to these spheres, man. It's not something people can do.
No, you
like
can't.
This Mars footage we keep getting from NASA, dude, it cracks me up. If you ever you look at this Mars footage, man, I'm telling anybody who's watching this right now, man, you go and look at some of this Mars footage, you'll see birds, gophers, you'll see all kinds of Earth critters up in this. And the UFO enthusiasts, they love it, man. They love it because they can be like, look at this life from outer space.
Yes.
No, bro. It's from Devon. It's from Devon, Greenland. It's like it's Newfoundland. It's up there by Canada. It's north of Canada, kind of on the Atlantic coast. And they film this stuff. They film Mars right there because it's desolate. No vegetation grows.
Right.
That's what's happening.
It's just like
that's what's happening. I promise you, I can prove it to you. Contact me. I'll prove it to you.
Okay, there you go. Audience, reach out to Bobby Bang Bang. He's going to prove it to you. And let me tell you, I mean, hey, if the Mojave Desert is the moon, why can't, Nova Scotia or whatever be Mars? Of course. I mean, come on, man. We're going to get up here in this tin can and, walk around the moon, Fuck that.
About the tin can, man. I love some of the esoteric bombs that David Bowie dropped there on his last piece.
Oh, on his last, I don't know about this. He uncovered.
Did you watch that Black Star?
No, was that? Is one of his songs?
Oh man, it's a sexy song, sexy and scary and spooky, all that good stuff, man.
Oh my gosh, did he make some revelations on that?
He talked a lot of incognito Kabbalah, really.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, and he rocked his astral jumpsuit. Which if you look through old photos, you'll see back in the 70s he took a Photoshop op where he's wearing it's like it's PJs, it's pajamas, man. It's an astral jumpsuit. It's pajamas they're black and they've got like white stripes diagonal going on them.
Well, I saw a reference somewhere to his astral pajamas. So I mean, I
think I sent that to you.
Oh, okay. No one. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Well, he's definitely in the loop. I say is. I mean, I don't know for sure that he's dead.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, he's a cancer. He died in cancer.
Cancer.
Purportedly. if you look at these old the Masonic reliefs, you'll see an arch with Cancer as the keystone. You'll see a zodiac arch, and Cancer is always the keystone.
I didn't know that. So it's got a symbol of a crab or what? Is that Cancer's the crab, right?
Yeah, the 69.
Oh, 69.
And he died at 69.
Oh, okay. Oh, of course. Yeah, you know, it's just like Prince, you know, dies in an elevator.
I'm not saying he didn't die, you know what I mean? I guess he battled some cancer or whatever. Hey. But yeah, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying that he was a fucking wizard about it.
Yeah, you know, and so what if he knew somehow his whole life he was going to die then or something like that? Or what if he was dying and he realized he was going to die at that time, and maybe he was wondering, you know, are they poisoning me? Are they giving me radiation? And then he realized they're not. Nobody's poisoning me. It's all just it's a matrix. It's a matrix. Yeah.
Yeah. This is samsara.
Yeah. You know, but
yeah, man, it's sexy. It's sexy, dude.
Yeah.
I got nothing else to say.
Well, you know, there's nothing sexy about Tom Petty's death, though. I mean, you know, they whacked him. I feel pretty. Listen, I don't know. I haven't really looked into Tom Petty's deal too much, but Chris Cornell, for sure, he was murdered.
Cornell and that cat from that gay band. What were they called?
Oh yeah, Chester Bennington.
Lincoln. Yeah,
Chester Bennington.
Yeah, no disrespect to them or the band or whatever. Like Mad Love people.
Oh, it's my favorite gay rock. You know, I mean, woo. No,
all right.
No, I like that.
There's some good energy there. Sure, yeah. I'm not trying to wreck anything.
Yeah.
You know, to each to them. No, that was all protecting Podesta, man.
Oh wow, was he going after Podesta or what?
Yeah, same they say about my boy, you know, about our Max.
Yeah. Well, we know what he was doing. He was going against a lot of people, but Chester Bennington, was he a conspiracy theorist or something?
Look,
like that?
you know, there's a lot of theories out there that Michael Aquino killed Max. We're talking about Max Fears for the people. You can throw that in words or whatever you need, you know, when you edit. But
yeah,
the thing is, like, it doesn't. How do I explain this to people who don't understand magic? Michael Aquino doesn't have to have Max on his radar for Max to be attacked by magic.
Right.
Michael Aquino doesn't have to know Max's name. It's not like that. Magic doesn't work that way. Like, you fuck with somebody who's got powerful entities on their back, and yeah, no, that's what magic is about, really. I mean, magicians pull off what they want, and they can have things happen. And they got not people. There's old ones looking out for them.
Yeah, and they can, but they can also have their hands tied. They don't always get it just like how they want it. You know what I mean?
It doesn't. That's the nature of magic.
Exactly. It's to get not.
It doesn't. It doesn't happen how you want or would expect. It's not like.
It can't happen like that almost. You know, it's going to happen any other way besides that. And you may have noticed in I don't know, we can call it exposing, but it's just talking about my side or my perspective on the reality of these people that try to pull a little ritual on me over there in Colorado.
In Utah or Colorado?
Well, yeah, it was in Colorado, but I mean, you've noticed I've been very guarded about. I haven't mentioned any names. I've got pictures of his temple.
Respect.
And I have not showed these temples on the air.
I'd like to see the temple. Send me a picture.
I will. I'll show them to you. It's badass temple. I mean, listen, I kind of like the dude. You know, he's actually pretty cool. I mean, I'm not forgiving him or not forgiving him. You know, I'm not. I guess 100% sure. I mean, no, I am. I mean, dude, it's here's
magic, dude. Don't be polarized either way about it. But if you need to invoke protection, you invoke protection.
Well, that's right.
You know?
And the thing is, you know, it could have all happened just like I thought it happened, and him really had very little involvement.
Sure. Yeah, and the way a lot of these things work, dude, is the human beings involved do not have conscious involvement.
That's right.
They're not aware. They're not aware of the role they're playing. Like people, you know, MK Ultra, all this stuff, dude. There's magic involved. And so people don't realize when they're. I have a dude. One of my best friends in the world. I won't say too much, but as a handler, this motherfucker, and he doesn't realize it, but no, that's how it goes down, and I'm sure I'm the same to a lot of other people, you know, and it's I don't know how to phrase it in words that don't sound like I'm attacking somebody in this world, so I don't want to say too much, but just in case he's watching, he knows he's one of my best friends. His name's Holden. What a good name for a handler, right?
Oh my God! So he's your handler? Your handler?
I think since I was a teenager. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Hey, well, check this out, man. And I don't want to speak too loudly here, but I was telling a psychic lady that, you know, just the other day we were talking about this. There's a guy that I'd say I'm pretty good friends with him because I see him for a reason I really don't want to go into, but he's from here from another. I'm gonna talk real slow. He's here from another. Did you hear that? Okay, he has a.
Wow.
He has an. In other words, this dude's got bank.
Yeah.
And we're going on a double. For me, with some badass chick, we're going on. Yeah.
So Anne's gonna get some.
Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah.
That sounds like a good wingman, bro.
No shit, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just picked him up at the airport a little while ago. But anyway,
nice.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you know, so what you're saying is these people, you know, they don't know or whatever. They might, even if they're some powerful magicians or something. But let me tell you, if you're one of the top, you know, black magicians or whatever you want to call it, sorcerers in the United States, you know, you at least suspect, and so that's what I'm saying. This guy in Colorado, you know, he knows more what was going on than I did, and you know, but getting back to, you know, because when you started talking about this, you were talking about Michael Aquino. A fascinating individual, and you know, I don't want to get into any, you know, name.
No beefs.
Oh, no, not with that guy.
Like,
no,
yeah.
Listen, I'll give you no beef with anybody besides that dude. But I don't know, I'm even barely hesitant to, you know, mention his name, but I just have to because, you know, I've been in contact with him.
I think his angels might have fucked with my man, but that doesn't mean he did.
Right.
You know.
You know, did you know that I've been in contact with him?
You mentioned you might get an interview with him. I think that would be fucking tits, man.
Well, no, actually, I can show you the email. I can even put it up here. This doesn't maybe mean forever, but no, he turned me down, brother. He said he wasn't going to do the interview with me, and you know the reason he gave me. In some of my earlier videos, like on my Basis 67. You know, video. I'm in the hot tub with old Bridget. You know, we're talking about and everything like that. Colonel Michael Aquino. He said he refused to do an interview with me because he's afraid me and Bridget will get him cornered in that hot tub. It's like, hey, don't worry.
Yeah.
Well, you can have it all to yourself, brother.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, shit. Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's quite the compliment, I suppose, man.
I guess so. You know,
Psyop to my ward, man. This man's a legend.
Yeah, he's got a sense of humor. Let me just put it like that.
That's cool, man.
Oh, you're not gonna believe this. I can't believe I forgot this, man. This happened today. A belated. I don't reach out to. My show is basically interviewing. Of course, people like you, but also authors and experiencers. Well, of course, I know that you're definitely an experiencer. That's for sure.
I am. We can go into that if you want, man. I don't care.
Okay,
but carry on. Yeah.
So one of the guys that I had a call into is Neil. I think his last name is Sanders.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's the mind control dude. He's the guy that knows everything about like mind control, and he's been on every show. He's got red hair. He's kind of a skinny guy, and he kind of has a Hollywood type of deal. But he's done this deal on like media, how the media's mind controlling people. But that's not his whole deal. He's like gone to school and stuff. Neuroscience and all this shit. He's basically the guy that can in the modern age can take this mind control and just break it down, with the scientific aspects. Yeah,
nice.
And so yeah, I'm having an interview with him just any day now. He's a celebrity. He's got books out there and shit like that.
I think we're probably friends on Facebook or something. It's definitely ringing a bell.
I think it's Neil Sanders. He's been on. Cool. He's been on the higher side chats.
Okay. Oh, okay. British guy.
I don't know. Is he Buddhist?
No, British, I said.
Oh, British. Oh, yeah, he's definitely British. You know who I'm talking about, don't you?
Yes, sir. Yeah, mad love, man. Respect to that guy.
Yeah, He's cool.
Yeah, he speaks truth. He understands a little. I mean, he's got a better peg on it than a lot of people.
Yeah, he or at least one section of it or whatever, but
that's cool. Yeah, Neil Sanders. Yeah, right on, man.
That's the guy. Now, he doesn't look like that too much anymore. These days, he wears a suit. He's a lot more of a sharper dresser these days.
Oh, yeah, he's all grown up?
Yeah.
I thought he looked good like that. Why you got to change?
I don't know. I kind of like that look. I like that look better, too. But, people, they get ideas about their image and shit like that, and they got,
sure.
And then
respect to him, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, respect to our man.
So we'll see what he has to say,
That's exciting. Ayin.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
I'm jazzed about it. Because the last quote unquote celebrity, who I think is a celebrity, I interview some people that are pretty, high up there as far as like, have
for sure
getting national attention and stuff like Christopher S. Jacobs and stuff, and really even Holly Baglio. She has a lot of viewers and stuff. But as far as
Holly seems like a real sweetie, man.
Oh, she's so nice. She is so nice. I hate to see her attacked. But I just wish she wouldn't react to it so much. You know what I mean? She kind of lets them get to her sometimes, but because she's such a fighter. You know what I mean? She's such a fighter that she fights back, and sometimes I just wish she'd choose her battles a little bit, or have less of them anyway. But
sure, yeah.
But
I mean, yeah, you're gonna face adversity if you want to talk about these things,
right? And
you need to understand how to disconnect. I mean, it's not even. I mean, you feel me?
Oh yeah, and I've even mentioned this before that Holly's in our group, our secret special group, but I can't. Yep. After today, I don't know if you somebody asked me not to really mention them, so because I had
really.
Not as a personal deal. What you I think you were helping this person earlier today. They've just been having some trouble and stuff at home, and so it's not like that they. Anyway, it's just don't want to name whose group this is.
Yeah.
So I can still talk about the group, right? But anyway, it was the last celebrity I had on my show was Ole Damagard.
Damgard.
Oh yeah, I think it's. I don't know how you say it, but it'd be Damagard, like Dammegard. Oh, but his first name is Ole, like Ole.
Oh, okay. It's a man.
Yeah.
I thought you said old lady Damgard.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Ole Damagard.
That sounds familiar. Yeah, the Damagard sounds familiar.
Well, he's the guy. He doesn't do the spiritual or quasi, metaphysical aspects of it. He's all about what's in reality. You know what I mean? So he doesn't. And so I've asked him his take on UFOs and all that stuff. And I mean, obviously, if you're in conspiracies big, I mean, you're going to have opinions on all that stuff, but he just doesn't talk about it because that's not his area of expertise.
Sure. Yeah, it's all pretty real, man.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Have you seen that guy before?
I haven't seen this picture. I may have seen the guy.
Yeah, well, a lot of times, a lot of these programs is just voice only, but no, he's a celebrity for real, especially in our genre. But I think, and I also think that he is one of because if you listen to Josh Reeves,
that's your boy down in Texas.
Yeah, I can say that, but it doesn't reciprocate because he don't like me. That's just that's
He
all
doesn't
right.
like you?
No, he doesn't like me.
It's probably all that knife throwing, man.
Yeah. Well, no,
it diverts people. It diverts people from really paying attention. I'm afraid it might cost you like good ass interviews.
Well, you know what? It probably already has, and you notice I haven't done too many knife throwing in this little thing that we're doing right here.
Hey, no, and you didn't the last time we spoke, man. No, I'm not trying to harsh your mellow or anything, brother. I love you, man. I love you, Ayin. You're my boy.
Amy, oh my God, I can't believe I just said that. But the Hollywood lady, my friend, my bestie, who I'm always fighting with, she said she's been saying that for a while. She's I need to cut that shit out and everything is costing me. So I got to listen to, especially somebody who's in the industry, right? I mean, what the fuck do I know? She's also wrong about some stuff. Anyway, I don't want to get into that, but yeah. But anyway, this Ole Demigard. Okay, now here's what I was gonna say. Josh Reeves has this like theory or whatever, which he's so right about so many things. I mean, I'm hesitant to call him wrong about anything because he just keeps coming up right. But he's like, but he's the one that it's not that almost no one's heard of him because he's been around for 10 years. He knows all the big people. I mean, personally, he has a story about each one of them, like his confrontation with Alex Jones. When Alex Jones got put on the radio, he was on the same station and the same like physical state radio station where Josh Reeves was. And Josh Reeves was just blowing him out of the water. And some shadowy group, probably one of these shadowy alphabet agencies created by my great uncle, came in and paid the owner of the radio station. They paid him $50,000 in cash just to fire Josh Reeves and just get him out of. And there was no pretense or anything about it. The guy liked Josh Reeves and he didn't like Alex Jones, but he just called Josh Reeves and he just told him straight up what it was. He's like, "Look, listen,
wow, man.
I need the money. They gave me $50,000 to fire you. You're out of here."
Yeah, wow.
I mean, it's a wow.
Fire me, man. I need fired.
No shit, right?
I need hired.
Yeah. But anyway,
wow, that's wild, man.
Josh Reeves has this story that he's been telling for years about how he saw Alex Jones at this big event, and that Alex Jones knew who he was or something like that. And Alex Jones was just like fuming and he was just staring at Josh Reeves and that no one else was seeing it. That Alex Jones was at a table behind him, so Josh Reeves was pretty near, and it was just bugging the crap out of Josh Reeves because Alex Jones was just like, like the devil, just
yeah.
And he thought he was really possessed. Okay, Josh Reeves has been telling this story for years. Okay, well now the story he tells, here's what's weird about it. Alex Jones tells the same story, but like that someone did it to him, and I can't remember who it is. But now Alex Jones tells the same story that Josh Reeves did.
Victim. You go, victim.
Yeah, or just inversion. He's just inverting reality. You know what I mean?
Right, inversion.
Yeah, inversion.
Inversion artist.
Yeah, I mean, he just takes.
Dude, I'll tell you about Alex Jones. I mean,
to tell me.
Sure, he blew the lid off fucking Bohemian Grove, right? I mean, a lot of us didn't know about that, or I mean, how are you gonna believe it at least until there was some footage? And that footage is legit.
And no, let me tell you,
opinion.
Let me tell you, I've got some insider information, and not to cut you off, but I think this will just add to your story. You're not going to believe this, man. My dad in Gonzales, Texas, we knew a guy who's like a landlord down there, slum landlord. I know this guy. I've been to lunch with him a lot of times and everything. He's written a book something Bohemian Grove. Alex Jones did not go in there alone. Alex Jones went in there with one other man.
He was invited, wasn't he?
Oh, well, no. This guy doesn't talk to Alex Jones anymore, and he doesn't say anything bad about him, but I don't think he likes him. But this man's name is Mike Hansen. He's written a book. I know this guy very well, and he is the guy that went in there with Alex Jones. And,
oh, cool.
And I think he won't say anything, but I think he knows that Alex Jones is crooked. I'm sure.
I don't think
I'm
Alex
sure
Jones is Bill Hicks or anything like that. I think they look a lot alike, and that's uncanny. But you've seen my doppelgangers.
Dude,
people look alike sometimes, and especially those of us that have soul. It's an attack on angelic.
Oh, because I've heard people say that they thought they've seen me before in different places.
Look at my guys. Look at my guys. You've seen them, dude. Well, these are people that are making a difference, aren't they?
Oh, dude, I told you, man. My friend Donnie Hack, he went to Peru with me. I mean, dude, you got to meet this guy, man. Hey, I mean,
I'd love to.
More than brothers, dude. It's more like clones. Dude. It's bizarre, dude. And look at just the synchronicity of that. I mean, first of all, the synchronicity of that you have these clones, but the synchronicity that one of them happens to be one of my best friends. Okay, y'all.
Now, I want to go on. Yeah, that's beautiful. And I knew when I first saw you, Ayin, that we were going to be friends. And not to say I liked you. I didn't even like you. There's all kinds of things about you I had trouble with. But no, now that I know you, man, I fucking love you, man.
I love you too.
Yeah,
brother.
I wouldn't trade you for anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I knew the same thing. I didn't know that about you. It was that name, that other name that you go by, and the little icon, with the little chimp and stuff like that. I was like, for some reason, I was just like, man, who is this guy? And I kept seeing you in a couple of different places, and I was like, and then all of a sudden there you are.
No worries.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
No worries, man. I'm glad we're connected. I'm glad we're friends, man. Yeah, I appreciate you. It's a good conversation all the time. So what were we just talking about?
Alex Jones.
Right, doppelgangers, right?
Right.
Oh, Alex Jones. Let's go back to Alex Jones real quick. What about Alex Jones?
Well, let me tell you this. I'm not saying that Alex Jones is Bill Hicks, but one thing is for sure. The original Alex Jones, who had a radio show and everything like that, some young kid, kind of a young rich kid and everything like that. That's not the same guy.
It's not the same guy?
No, not. They've done forensic stuff of showing. I mean, it's not the same guy. So
I have to look back, dude, because yeah, that's what got me saying no, that's not the same guy. I looked at some young pictures of Alex Jones pumping weight and stuff like that.
It's not him.
And I was like, that's not him, huh?
No. See, the guy we see on TV now is probably at least 10 years older than the real Alex Jones, and it makes you wonder what happened to the real Alex Jones and why his parents hadn't said anything. Because they must be Illuminati or something like that. But I think the whole deal with Bill Hicks is, first of all, maybe they did look a lot alike. But the whole thing with Bill Hicks is a dodge to cover up the fact that Alex Jones is not Alex Jones. But if you take it further and say he's Bill Hicks, and everybody says, "Oh, that's just a bunch of bullshit," we know, you know what I mean? You see how that works?
Yeah, sure.
This
actor-based reality shit's it's interesting. Like there's a couple I totally don't buy, but I mean, like the
most bizarre ones that are the most untrue, they're usually some brilliant thing to cover up something else. They're obviously not true, but they're distracting you. So this deal.
It's a distraction, right? Distraction tactic, for sure. For sure, man. Yeah, this shit's exciting and interesting.
It is. Now, but you were talking about doppelgangers.
Yeah, I got a couple, man. I got a couple. There's a guy. These are you've seen them. You say what you think, dude. I don't know.
I discovered one of them for you. Remember, just last week. Remember
that guy that he's like create your own reality, manifest money.
No. Oh no, I hadn't seen that guy. No, I've seen some of the ones.
Jesse Elder.
No, I've seen a couple that y'all put out there, and one of them looks better than the other. But this is the guy. There's a guy that and once again, the synchronicity. A guy I interviewed, Keegan Reed, who's the Bigfoot guy, but he's a real big Christian. But he's.
Oh, I saw him.
Christopher Jacobs used to be on his show. So they know each other, and I don't think they had a falling out. But Keegan Reed is a very convicted Christian. He's always wanting to minister to me and stuff like that. And I'm not a Christian. And then Christopher S. Jacobs doesn't like that. He's not Christian at all. And I don't know if that's why they hadn't been doing shows together. But anyway, Keegan Reed reached out to me because he was being attacked. And he was being attacked, by mockery and stuff like that by this one guy who has a Bigfoot show that, supposedly believes in Bigfoot. But he was putting down the people doing the psychic, type of Bigfoot deal. But this guy, and he's pretty obviously a gay guy. He's kind of a big gay guy. But he is in with Matt Moneymaker of the Bigfoot, not the BFRO, but the Finding Bigfoot. The big show Finding Bigfoot. They're co-intel.
Okay.
I'm not saying all of them are, but the main guy is Matthew Moneymaker. This is what Keegan is saying. I believe him. Well, anyway, there's a guy who's kind of one of his henchmen. Here's what it is. Anybody that does anything against Matt Moneymaker or whatever, this guy will. It's like a guard dog for Matt Moneymaker. He has a show and he'll go ridicule anyone. And so you and me were talking about this conspiracy deal, and then I got sent this link to this guy who has this show, this gay guy, and at the very first of it, he's making fun of people. And I was like, and then I'm sitting there watching, and there you are, and and I was like, I can't believe it. I mean, dude. I still think that's you. I mean, dude, that guy looked just like you. Did he not?
He looked quite a bit like me. Yeah, man.
I mean, that was weird, dude. But you might say law of averages. Having a big beard could, kind of. I don't know, dude.
There's the beard thing. Yeah, this guy, Jesse Elder, looks a whole lot like me. He's talking some Wayne Dyer type, like make money, believe you own it. You know what I mean? Like he's on good things. He has to say are good.
Oh, so he's positive, huh?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, he's talking about time is a matrix, everything. And then there's a cat.
What's his name? Dyer. What's his name? Just tell me his name again.
Jesse Elder.
Oh, Jesse Elder. Okay.
Yeah, that guy looks quite a bit like me with a bald head. Like if I shaved my head.
Oh, okay.
And trim my beard a little. And then there's Estas Tone, my mom thought was me. This guy's a European guitar virtuoso. Virtuoso.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, that guy Elder? What's the first name?
Jesse.
Jesse Elder. Okay.
Yep. Jesse Elder. Looks quite a bit like me, man. I don't know. You probably throw it in this video. It's cool.
Well, oh my God. Wow. Yeah, he really does.
He looks like me at times. Are you looking at me? Yeah.
At certain angles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, we have very similar eyes, and a lot of other features too. But and there's Estas Tone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, now what is his deal?
He is. He looks like I would if I've only been a vegan for a few months, but if I was a Euro vegan gypsy, then I imagine that's what I'd be looking like. And we play guitar very similarly.
Huh.
Yeah, he even plays me like I didn't have to study to learn his song, like one of his tunes. It's just it was like I knew it. That's weird. I'm not about this cloning shit, dude, honestly. Like I think, and for the record, right now, anybody watching, Donald Marshall, garbage.
Yeah.
These people are attention seekers.
Yeah, but
like, come at me, bro.
But
come at me.
What do you? Oh, yeah. No, you're calling him out. But here's the deal. But you don't think Donald Matthews, or what's his name? Matthews?
Marshall.
Yeah. Marshall. You don't think that he's maybe programmed or something?
I think everybody's programmed. it's not as sinister as everybody thinks and everybody's talking.
That's interesting.
Everyone is programmed because we are all inundated with archons, astral larvae, and these things come at people, man. These things become people. It's no different than it was thousands of years ago, dude. It's a demonic possession type situation.
It is, and we're born with them. I mean,
if anybody thinks for a second that the Illuminati is a group of individuals who can orchestrate and execute the most implicable, sinister deeds on humanity, they're mixed up.
They really are, because it's not. That's not scientifically possible.
This just isn't what's going on. And from my experience as an experiencer, as a fucking my lab, whatever you want to call it, like I've had abduction experiences. These things are not. They're not extraterrestrial. And the only meaningful experiences that I've ever had, I'm not that I don't know everything, man. I'm not gonna act like I know everything, but I've had some fucking crazy shit happen to me that was outside of myself. Like I realize most of the things that occur to us they're within. If you want light, you want peace, you want wisdom, it's from within, bro. But there are external sources. And I don't know what those are. I still don't know what they are. But I know, because there was this intrinsic knowing that came with the experience. They are from here. They're not ETs from other planets. Those planets you can't even go to. Space is a fiction, dude. That shit is made up, bro.
I'm right there with you. I mean, I really hate to say this for the first time. I mean, it's not that I'm just now agreeing with you. It's that I've, I guess, been afraid to say what I think, and you know.
Well, in this field that we're friends with a bunch of people, dude, and it's like
that think they're going out into outer space and shit.
Well, yeah, and that doesn't mean that they're not in here.
Yeah, or their astral body might be going up there, but they're not getting. Listen, I don't know if you.
There's no out there. There's no out there to go, even in astral.
I know it. You know, in my latest song that I put out, it says, you know, yeah, it talks about the jump rooms, brother.
Hey, cut this part out. Hold on one second. Let me do some stuff. You say your song oh, I saw that. I listened to the song, man.
This is like a huge, like, I don't know if you can see like how big this is. I mean, it's like huge, you know what I mean? This big piece of, like, it's like what I looked at while I was singing the song. But, you know, it says, we're headed into a storm, it's plain for all to see. They're the masters of their ship, but not their destiny. And you don't need no spaceship ticket to go. They'll file into the jump rooms until the gold mines begins to flow. It's talking about them going into their jump rooms and shit. But, you know, right here when I make this reference to gold mines, people might think that's like the Anunnaki or something trying to get their gold. It says, you know, until the gold mines begin to flow. You know what that reference is to? And that's a very obscure reference. There is a reference to gold mines from the Soviet Union, when it's one of the sickest ideas in human history. But when either the Bolsheviks or when the communists took over from the Bolsheviks on the Russian Revolution, they had what they were called gold mines. And man, it's the sickest fucking shit you can imagine, dude.
Tell me about it.
Okay, a gold mine. This was back when the KGB was just being formed. What they were doing is that Russian Revolution was the sickest thing probably in human history. It was just wholesale slaughter. I mean, they had, like they'd go after Jews, go after gypsies and stuff like that. Any of your groups or racial groups or whatever that they have prejudice against, of course they'd go against them. But they just went against everybody. I mean, they just culled the entire nation, and what they needed gold and shit like that to buy weapons and to just fund the whole country. And so what they did is, and Stalin, this is what Stalin did. He's one of these young leaders. They just would commandeer a train, and they would just get this train going, and they just take the train down the track. And I mean, every village, every town, whatever it was that they came to, they would just take it over. I mean, just, there's no one there to stop them. And then they'd probably hire people on the spot, just kill your parents right there in front of you and say, hey, you want to come with us or whatever? I mean, it was that sick. But what they would do is this. This is what a gold mine is back in those days. They would get, maybe everybody on a block or something like that, just do it block by block, and they just round them up with guns. And they'd take them and get everybody, women, children, husbands, and everything, people that, neighbors, everything. And they'd get as many of them in a house as they could. I mean, at gunpoint. I'm sure they would kill a few people and shit like that. To where you're packed in there literally like sardines. Everybody standing up in a house.